Good morning, y'all. It is Friday, March 28th, 2025. 7:47. I just turned 7:48. 7:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just felt like making a random video. I don't know how long this video was going to last because I just added a app onto my phone, and I know that my memory was already kind of low. It was basically like this app that basically allows me to. I just got a camera for my helmet. It's like an action GoPro camera type thing, and I just downloaded an app that allows you to wirelessly operate the camera from your cell phone. So I'm not really sure how much memory that takes up. So I might be only able to record like a 10-minute video or whatever. So just FYI, if it cuts off suddenly, well, that's why. But I just wanted to briefly talk about a few things. One thing I wanted to talk about was just mental health and in general. Um, one thing, one of the things that kind of, I guess you could say, inspired this video was just someone kind of close to me. I'm not gonna say kind of, like someone close to me. I found out try to, you know, in their life the other day, um, and I just found out about it. And one of the things that I'm realizing is a lot of people, including myself, have been just going through like a lot of mental things where just mentally, like life just seems just a little bit hard to deal with, a little bit hard to kind of keep going sometimes, to keep moving forward. I know that feeling all too well. Um, and one thing that I've decided for myself to do is to, um, at the very least, to do things in my life, no matter how big or small, to remind myself that life is still worth living. A lot of times, a lot of us we just work and work and work. We're all trying to reach some idea of success or some level of status in this lifetime. I mean, it could be money, it could be material possessions, it could be any number of things. But one thing that I'm realizing is these things take a lot of time, energy, and effort. Most of these types of endeavors take a lot. They take a lot of losses, a lot of fails until you win. And there's not really any way to gauge exactly how long it's going to take to, I don't know, start that business, to get that dream job, to be able to make this amount of money. Hopefully it takes as least amount of time as possible, but there's no way to know how long these things are going to take. Everything is a process of failing until you succeed, and that can be a very, very exhausting process, both mentally and physically. And a lot of people, I just feel that they're getting very weary and tired mentally and spiritually and physically, including myself. So, one of the things that I've decided for myself to do is to kind of still move towards whatever I'm trying to move towards, but not being so focused on the end results. But me personally, I'm learning how to basically just enjoy the present moment, enjoy my life right now, to having fun right now, to reminding myself that this present moment is the most precious thing that matters. The fact that I'm alive, that I'm here, and reminding myself to um, that life is a gift, that I can still have fun, that I'm not just here to just work and just to die. You know, It could be something as simple as, picking up a new hobby, or, doing something that just makes you feel good, not constantly be trying to be productive or do things that are productive, but also remembering that you can just do things because they're fun, because they make you feel good, because they're happy, or you find them interesting. You can just, go walking at the park or go canoeing. I just recently invested in another motorcycle. Um, did I need to spend that money? No, but is it something that I felt like my soul needed to remind myself that I can still enjoy life right now and have fun, and that life is a gift? I can make that money back, you know? And it didn't cost, a crazy amount of money. I mean, yeah, it costed me some money. My savings did go down some, but it's not about always about money. Sometimes it's just about doing things that make you feel good, make you feel alive. And that's one thing that I wanted to remind myself that I deserve to feel good and to be happy and to have fun. I don't deserve to be constantly thinking about, saving money and success and my future goals. Yes, I still think about those things, and yes, I am still working towards those things. Those things are going to come and happen when they come and happen. I don't know exactly when and how they're going to happen, but I do believe that they're going to still happen. But I have no idea what it's going to look like. And everybody always talks about having a plan, and I constantly do plan things out, but very rarely do things ever go to plan because things are always changing. Life is always changing, and things are always readjusting, you know? So, I just, I, 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 I honestly, I know what I'm doing. I know what my intention is for my life, but honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. And honestly, I feel like the more I try to pretend like I have this whole thing figured out and I know exactly what I'm doing, I feel like I have more anxiety and I put more pressure on myself because I have more expectations instead of just, you know, admitting that I really don't know what I'm doing. Do I research things and try to figure things out logically? Yes, but even the internet has conflicting information. Everything you see on the internet, it's not so much that it's the truth or what it is. It's just the internet. The internet is a collection of data, and the collection of data isn't necessarily a right or wrong way. It's just different ways or different perspective or different a collection of information that presents itself with or presents you with different opinions, ideas, perspectives. There's It's not even really you're going to find the right information. You may find a way that worked for somebody that might not work for you. And that's one thing that I learned too. Just because it's on the internet, everyone's like, "Oh, there's information on the internet." Yeah, but there even the internet things aren't straightforward. I come across even medical information that's like I may hear one doctor that is licensed say to do one thing that a different doctor completely said the exact opposite. So everyone's like, just look it up on the internet. And it's like, yes, you can find, information on the internet, but a lot of times it's still not as straightforward. This is definitely the correct way to do this thing, and this is not the right way to do it. It's like it's still conflicted. But even with that being said, you know, sorry, I kind of forgot my thought. What I'm saying is, my main point of this video is I'm basically doing things. My main focus right now is making sure that I'm okay right now while I'm working towards what I'm working towards. So that if that looks like, doing things that benefit my mental health, like maybe it's like just out of nowhere, just going on a vacation somewhere because I'm just tired of like working and just working my life away. Maybe I go on a vacation. it's just whatever you need to do to break up the monotonous, feeling of I'm working my life away or anything. Like I said, it could be just, you know, playing a video game all day. It's just getting away from this feeling of or this idea or belief that I have to constantly always be doing something productive, even like when I'm not working. So that's basically my message. That's basically what I have to say. Because again, I see that a lot of people are just struggling mentally right now to kind of just stay in a decent place where they can still function and keep moving forward. And one thing I realized too is like we never really figure life out. And again, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. And just finally admitting that, I'm figuring things out as I go, whether it's with starting my business or what direction I want my life to, end up in. Because my sometimes my feelings change on, what I want, what I think I want, and then it changes. It fluctuates. Um, and that's okay. It's okay to not be sure what you want. It's okay to not know what you want. It's okay to not know what you're doing or how to do it. But and it's okay to figure things out as you go because that's kind of like what life is. I believe that life is kind of just one big giant experiment, you know. And a lot of people are just trying to make it seem outwardly that they know what they're doing and that they have it all figured out. But the reality is, the truth is, nobody really knows what they're doing. Nobody really knows what they're doing. We're all kind of just figuring things out the best that we can as we go. And that's okay. You can take the pressure off of yourself of, needing to look like you have it all together and have it all figured out and that you're this, responsible adult that just, knows exactly what to do and how to do it because it's just simply not the case. So yeah, and again, for me, it's good because it takes the pressure off myself of having to, meet somebody's demand or expectations or somebody else's timeline of where they want me to be at or where I should be at. That's another reason why, while I kind of want to date and be in a relationship right now, when you start dating, usually like that takes up a lot of your time. It takes up a lot of your resources. It takes up a lot of your interests, especially if it's a serious relationship. Now you have to worry about, finances and, stuff like that, depending on how serious the relationship is. And, like I kind of like how it is right now. I kind of like not having to answer to nobody, not having to meet and reach nobody's expectations on, how much money I should have and what I should do with my money. Because once you start dating people, you get in these relationships, people want to start telling you, what you should do and how you should do it. And, just it comes with a lot of demands, money wise. And then if you have kids, you got to worry about, oh, I gotta have all this money set aside for my kids. And then you got to be like super responsible. And it comes with a whole host of, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, it comes with a whole host of like demands and I need you to do this and do that and you have to prove that you can be a provider and all this stuff you got to do that you don't really have to worry about when you're just kind of doing your own thing. And like I said, I do desire a companion, but I really don't want to get in a relationship until, money is not really a thing. You know what I'm saying? And most people like they they care very much about money, and you know unfortunately, I'm just not at a point right now where I don't worry about money. I'm working towards it, but again, I'm not going to stress myself out and try to rush to get to a point to where, money is not something I worry about. It's just when I get there on my own, my own timetable. And I don't know how long that's going to take. I have no idea, and I don't like being put on some kind of, timetable where I feel like I need to reach that level of, financial success or security by this time or else. I don't like that, because then it's like that just makes me want to just go more at my own pace. When someone's, giving you some kind of deadline or something, it's just like, listen, I'm not operating on nobody's schedule. Like, I'm figuring this out organically in myself, how to go about accomplishing these things. I don't know how long it's going to take. I have a general idea, but there's unknown factors that may make it happen sooner or may make it take way longer. I have no clue. I have a general time frame of, 1 to 3 years, but I have no clue how exactly how it's going to happen and unfold. It's not my job to get all the details. That's the universe's job. So, again, that's another reason why, like, relationship wise, why, there are things that I kind of do miss about being in a relationship. There's things that I definitely don't miss. It's with all the pressure, demands, and expectations of what most relationships, you know, ask of people, mostly financial and stuff like that. I mean, it's a burden. It's a burden that I really don't want to bear right now, because I'm enough of a burden for myself. So I don't need to go adding anybody else's shit onto, myself. So yeah. So, like, my main priority right now is just, my happiness, while I'm working towards, my stuff. It's for me, it's about being as happy as I can right now while moving towards, you know, my ambitions or goals or whatever you want to call them. And to a lot of people, that may look irresponsible. It may look irresponsible. Living your life how you're living it. It may look irresponsible. Living in an RV or buying a motorcycle when you're living in an RV. It may look irresponsible. Just doing things that make you feel good that don't seem very logical on the outside. But it's not about, so much the future. It's about making a better today or a better present moment so that tomorrow can be better than it would have been had I not made this present moment as good as it can possibly be. See, that's what it's about for me. See, everybody's focusing on making the future better, but I'm focused on now making right now better so the future can be better. I'm doing it the other way around. I'm manifesting good feelings and experiences right now that, in my opinion, you know, uh, theoretically will generate more good energy, more good emotions, more good feelings, which will then create more better experiences from this present moment, instead of trying to create a better future or a better feeling future to create a better right now. I'm making a better right now to create a better future. So that's why I'm focusing more so on feeling good right now while working towards that future reality. So again, it may look very irresponsible or unadult like to people on the outside, but I promise you there's a method to my madness. I know exactly what I'm doing on a higher level. I may not be able to always explain it in ways that make sense to people looking on the outside, but I definitely know what I'm doing on a spiritual level. Because trying it the other way, for me, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Other ways that people do things might work for them, but for me, it doesn't work. Um, my mind just works in so many different ways. It's chaotic. I'm chaotic, but yeah, there's parts of me that are very analytical and organized. Um, I'm logical, but then again, There's another part of me that's just kind of random that just says, you know what, I'm going to just roll the dice and see what happens. There's a part of me that's very strategic, and then there's a part of me that's just like, fuck it, we'll see what happens. You know, um, a lot of what I'm doing now, I'm trying not to focus on just being logical, but I'm trying to um, figure out and learn what feels right, what makes sense to me on a on a what makes life feel good to me, like what do I enjoy doing, like what do I get excited about, like not just what makes money. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about things in just that way, and I'm just like that doesn't work, or maybe it does work for other people, but just it doesn't work for me. Because to me that way just feels very, very, um, just not right for me or my soul. Just operating that way in my life, it feels very, very, um, it's a lot of resistance doing things in that way for me personally. That's just for me. Other people might work fine. For me, it's a no-go. So I'm not going to make this video too long, but here's some stuff that I got, y'all. And I will be doing my motorcycle vlog soon. And it's even with that, it's just that's mostly for fun. If it turns into something big and it makes the channel grow, great. But even that is just like something that I'm doing just for fun, just to do things a little bit differently. I don't really have any real expectations with it. It's just something that I wanted to do that I thought would be fun. But I invested in some equipment here for that. You can see um, I got a new helmet, and then I got a chin mount. Then I got a camera and some mounts and stuff. And then I just got I got it's like a cell phone holder for a motorcycle. So I got that, and then I got a Bluetooth helmet or a Bluetooth device, so you can like make phone calls by tapping on the side of your helmet and listen to music. The speakers go on the inside of the helmet. It's kind of hard to see. And then I'm about to get this right here. It's just a power cord, and then it's basically a device that basically allows you to plug in your cell phone to charge to your motorcycle. So there's some things that I got basically to just make my life more convenient on my motorcycle. And then probably here soon, I'm going to invest in getting some things called sliders and frame engine guards, which basically is just like pieces of metal on the side of the bike. So if you drop it or it slides, it doesn't damage your fairings, which is stuff like this right here. Not too expensive. Basically, it just protects your bike if you drop it, because I'm going to start practicing, wheeling. I've always wanted to learn how to wheelie. So I want to start practicing stuff like that in an empty parking lot where it's safe and controlled. It's an empty parking lot down the road from my house, so I'm going to start doing that. But only after I install those safety mechanisms on there to protect it. So, and just like I said, it's just little things like that I'm working on, just doing things, not really for any reason. It's just for fun, for a hobby. And then also too, there's a lake, or there's some lakes near my house. I used to like go kayaking or go canoeing when I worked at my old job. It was like a canoe factory. I used to make canoes, or kayaks rather. I want to invest in another kayak because I really enjoy kayaking on the lake or in the river. There's a river like literally like 10 to 15 minutes from my house, a nice sized lake. So I want to do that, and I can just load it on top of my car SUV, and it loads up just fine. So I want to get another kayak, and then when I travel, I can also carry it on the back of my camper. So yeah, so that's something else that I want to definitely invest in getting soon, because And like I said, it's all about making the present moment more enjoyable, more fun, just stuff like that. We gotta remind ourselves that this present moment, like the life that we have right now, is very much still beautiful and fun and interesting and exciting and very much still worth living. That it's not all about just trying to save up our way to a better, more fulfilling tomorrow, but like making right now the best that it can be. Because right now matters. Being happy right now matters. Feeling good right now matters. Okay? So if I can do anything while I'm on this earth, while I'm alive, before I expire in this life, if people take away from my life that, I just want to remind people that life is still worth living and life is still beautiful, and that the main reason that we're here is to enjoy life and to have fun and to basically enjoy ourselves. The main point of it was never just to work all the time, even though we have to do something to be able to, you know, you know, meet our own needs. Um, but the main point I would like to remind people is to that life is here to be enjoyed, life is here to be experienced, and we're here to have a good time and to enjoy. It's not all about work, and it's not always about learning lessons, and you know what I'm saying? It can be, but it's not all about that. It's about the experience. So anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Until next time, y'all, be easy.